Dr. Sellers? Oh. Good to meet you.
Doctor, I want your opinion. Molly, this is Dr. Simon Locke.
Hello, Molly.
You can tell him where it hurts.
But I already told you, Andrew.
It's all right, Molly. Dr. Locke is going to be with us.
Well, it's right here.
Have you had it long, Molly?
It's the worst pain I've ever had in my life. And then yesterday there was this bump.
We're going to consult now, Molly. Well?
She's faking. You know that, don't you?
Is she now? And how do you explain that bump?
That's her collarbone.
Good, good. I'm glad we agree. Sam, we almost lost her. But we got to her just in time. Molly, you'll have to stay in bed for 4 or 5 days at least.
Doctor.
Yes?
I just left a lucrative city practice to come to this wilderness because I wanted to get away from patients who didn't need me.
This patient who doesn't need you works 18 hours a day, cooking, cleaning up, and caring for a husband, 3 sons, and 6 farmhands. And every once in a while, something inside her tells her she's a human being, not a horse. So she gets a terrible pain somewhere, and she lies down. And that gives the men in her life a chance to take care of her, to worry about her. And after a while, everyone feels better. Until the next time.
Oh, Andrew.
Yes?
It's Mrs. Wynne. Carrie Morgan just called. Her father's real sick.
Oh, Jake Morgan. Come with me, Doctor. Now, you turn right at 4 corners, 2 miles to the Millers, turn left at Will Justin's, then right where the old church burned down. Then it's 30 easy miles over the mountain.
Where's your heater?
In here. He's busted. It'll take your mind off the cold. First one paves the way. Second one goes down a lot easier.
Good to meet you at last, Dr. Sellers.
Welcome to Dixon Mills, Dr. Locke.
You have time for... You have time for one question, Doctor.
The answer is you don't collect a fee. Everyone in the area pays $1 a month for our services.
The question was, what does the Miller house look like? How will I recognize Will Justin's place? And how long ago did the church burn down?
When he wasn't in the house, I thought he was digging the Jeep out to take me to the depot. I was supposed to leave for Detroit today to teach school.
Has he eaten anything he doesn't usually eat?
Well, what I cook. But I ate it, too.
Get a box. I want samples of every food in your kitchen, including your water supply. Now. How did he act when the attack first came on?
I don't know. I got up early to pack, but he was already out. Do you think it's contagious?
Any of your friends ill?
We haven't seen anyone since the snow started last month. And we just got back from a couple of weeks hunting in the high country.
Could be an epidemic. I have 2 more here with roughly the same symptoms.
This one has a complication. Chance he may go into fibrillation. Prepare a lidocaine injection and stand by with the EKG. Where's the defibrillator?
I can show you a picture of one in the medical supply catalog. Let's hope the lidocaine will do it.
No, that's not enough. Where's the nearest electrical supply shop?
Try the general store.
Do you have a TV set?
Yes.
Rip the capacitors out.
Attacks Doctor now.
Hey!
Hey, you! Where you go with my stuff? Elsie, get me Chief Palmer.
Hurry, doctor. He's in fibrillation.
Take the switch, Doctor. Stand by on the EKG. EKG on.
He's still fibrillating.
Again.
240, 250, 315. What's the matter? Give me the cables.
No, I'll do it. Again.
240, 250, 253, 350, 440.
EKG on.
Normal tracing.
takes care of his problem.
You better let me take a look at you.
I'm all right.
But
Leave me alone.
I got one patient myself. You won't even let me take care of him.
What in the hell could have hit all of us?
Contagion. Airborne bacteria.
No. The Morgans haven't been near a soul in weeks.
Contamination. Something you all ingested.
And why me? I haven't touched any food since... that antifreeze you gave me to drink.
Jake Morgan's home brew.
How'd you get it?
Nate Bascom, one of the other patients, picked some up while Jake was away.
Is there a laboratory within 1,000 miles?
Of course, in the basement. I'm also district coroner.
You're homesick already?
I don't know. I haven't had time to think about it.
When you do think about it, you'll go back. The good ones always do.
The whiskey had lead in it. Mrs. Wynn, prepare a BAL intravenous for Jake. 1 ampule IM for Dr. Locke and the others.
Yes,
Quickly.
Doctor.
Now, how do you feel, Jake?
What am I doing here? Hooked up like the kitchen sink.
That whiskey of yours had enough lead in it to knock out an army. And the shock didn't do your pump any good.
What did you distill the mash through? Your car radiator?
This is Dr. Locke, Jake. Be nice to him. He saved your life.
Now, look, Andrew, I've been putting on preserves for a good 30 years. Nobody ever got sick.
It's always the first time.
You did something different. You changed something. Think.
What was it?
Nothing. Except the condenser tubes were getting kind of old. I had some flexible coil left over from...
Lead pipe. What else? One normal run-through wouldn't produce that much lead.
I triple distilled it.
Starting tomorrow, I want a daily cardiogram.
I can't keep running back and forth. I got my chores.
You won't have to run back and forth, Jake. You're moving into town.
No town, no people crowding in on me.
I could teach Miss Morgan the emergency procedures.
Please, Dr. Locke.
That's it. Carrie can do it.
Papa, you wanted me to take that job.
I'm your father. Took him 40 miles to school. Broke my back, plowing the fields.
Do you want me to pay you?
That's how you put it, Carrie? Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Doctor, Andrew wants to talk to you. He's in the kitchen.
Sorry, I was dreaming.
But London and Paris and New York City, and Mrs. Wynn says that you've got more labels in your bags than an international spy.
Is that all you think about? Travel? Another place to visit?
I think of my father, too, if that's what you mean.
Do you? What kind of a sacrifice are you being asked to make? Delay a trip? One more visit to a place like all the other places you've been to?
Other places? I've never been anywhere.
Oh, come on now. All those souvenirs on the wall.
You thought, well, I just send away for things in travel magazines. It's fun to collect them. And then one day, if I'm lucky and I go to one of those places, it'll be like visiting an old friend.
I better get downstairs.
It's all right, Carrie. Your father's out of danger. We've checked the poison. Now, why don't you go home and pack? You don't have too much time.
Doctor,
Your father and I have been friends for many years. I can talk to him. You go home and pack.
He want coffee?
Ask him.
Coffee?
Tea would be fine.
I know what you're going to say, Doctor. Don't bother. We have a responsibility to carry, too.
When she gets sick. Until then, her father is our patient.
So we just write her off, huh? Save one, lose one. Is that the way you work?
Doctor, when I answered your call for help in the medical journal, I wrote, I don't care about money or prestige. I want to practice medicine.
I've asked myself about that. Why would a top internist like Simon Locke come to this isolated community when I couldn't even kidnap a kid out of medical school?
That is precisely why I'm here. I left a city where there are too many doctors to come here where there aren't enough, so that I can practice medicine. Practice medicine. And leave the rest to social workers, the church, and City Hall. That's me. That's how I am. Now, do you want me?
I want a doctor who can do it all. We've no need here for specialists. And there's no room in Dixon Mills for prima donnas.
Okay, tear up our agreement.
Doctor, he's gone. My father's gone. Stop, Papa. Stop. Please, you'll hurt yourself.
You miss your bus?
I'm staying. You're right, Papa, and I'm staying.
I don't want payment, Carrie.
I never meant that. Besides, you're liable to find you can get along without me.
I'm not an invalid, am I?
A simple thing like fainting. By the time somebody gets to you, you could freeze to death out here.
Just one more. That's all this is. One more danger to live with.
Papa, I'm afraid.
That's all part of being alive, my dear. You'll be just fine. So will I.
Jake, you wanted her to stay. What made you change your mind?
You were talking with her about all them places she has on the wall.
Oh, that's just a hobby, Papa. That's all it is.
You knew all that before.
I heard her sigh. She was talking to you. Then she laughed. Like a bell. My, what a pretty sound. You know, I just never heard her laugh that way before.
Put me down at our place, Sam. There's something I have to do.
Fine. I just remembered something I have to do. You ever get that pile of junk together again, I'll take the axe to you. Now, I'll have enough patience.
All right, take it easy.
Is this how the local law operates?
Jake is within his rights. You are trespassing on private property.
Illegal property.
That's a whole different case. Besides, you just destroyed the evidence.
Papa? Tell your friends dinner will be a little late.
Carrie, I ordered you to go, and you agreed.
I never agreed.
Dr. Locke. Simon. Dan, you tell her.
No, Jake, I'll tell you. You can't have everything your way.
My way? I begged her to go.
And she begged you to move into town so she could leave you without feeling guilty.
That's not why I'm staying.
Isn't it? Give me one sensible reason.
Just one. He's my father. No guilt, Papa. I don't owe you a thing. But I love you. And that's why I won't leave. Anyway, I think it's nice to be needed, too.
Jake, these pyramids have been around for 5,000 years. I think they could wait a little longer for her.
Andrew's house, end of the line. The whole thing comes to $14.40.
Cab fare?
2 yards of double-strand 10-gauge conduit at 30 cents a foot. Jumper cables at $4. 3 hours rental of one variac and one transformer at $1 per hour for the two. And one knife switch at 60 cents. That's $14.40.
The bill only says $9.40.
$5 fine for double parking outside the general store.
There's more work here than I can handle. And that doesn't make me sad, it makes me furious. Couldn't leave them then, and I can't leave them now. Yes, it is too bad. Not that I'm going to miss your company, Doctor. So we wouldn't have become friends. That's unimportant. What is important is that I saw your work and I liked it. You asked me if I wanted you. Doctor, I want anybody who can help me.
Wait a minute now. You want me to stay? I thought I just heard you fire me.
Well, I assumed you were leaving. Your bags are all packed.
Doctor. I was left to freeze to death on a desolate highway. Frightened out of my skin by a police officer with a weird sense of what's dramatic. Whisked away in a broken-down plane. Given an acute case of lead poisoning by my associate. Slapped with a parking fine for saving a man's life. And kept without sleep for 36 hours. I haven't packed, Doctor. I just never had a chance to unpack. Now, I think we both better get some sleep. If any more of Jake Morgan's preserves show up, we'll have another rough day tomorrow. Good night, Doctor.
Thanks, Doctor. You finally got yourself a helper.
Swin, I think we've got ourselves a boss.
Yes, that's right. Is that for him?
Yes, sir.
All right, then I'll take it. Thank you.
The queen bee, Watson.
Really?
What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you said something.
No.
Oh.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
No, I thought you said something.
No?
No.
You know, Watson, the interesting thing about the queen bee is that she seldom leaves the hive and is generally followed and protected by the other bees.
You just arrived. The messenger said it was for you.